Hey Stampers, welcome to Brandy's Cards. So today I've got a fun nautical card for you using the Seaside Shore stamp set. I love this stamp set. I love all the little fish in here. So this was a fun stamp set that I found out of the new 2016 annual catalog that went live June 1st. So here it is. It is fantastic. If you've made a purchase with me in the past year, you should have received your catalog. If you haven't, just let me know. I use Stampin' Up's bulk mail, so sometimes they don't make it. So just let me know and I'll be more than happy to make sure that you get one. So take a look here. The catalog is awesome. I think it's probably one of the best catalogs we've had. And here on page 92 and 93 is the By the Shore suite. It is awesome. My family, my husband and I took my boys to Hilton Head recently, and it's just so beautiful. All of the nautical things and seashells and the ocean. So we were really excited. And so I came home and I'm like, okay, so I'm going to create a fun card using some fish and things like that. So page 92 and 93 is where you'll find this stamp set. It is absolutely precious. So today I'm going to use Dapper Denim, which is one of our new in colors. I'm also going to use Mint Macaroon and Calypso Coral and some Whisper White. So this is a fun, easy card. You know, sometimes these types of smaller type stamps, they're harder for me to use sometimes. But I always like to start with my background and then I work towards my image. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna fold my Dapper Denim cardstock in half. Now I've already pre-mounted all of my stamps. Oh, here we go. There's a little, my son is playing Cooker Man with Play-Doh. So we have, we have a little bit of an ice cream cone going on there. But we have some stamps and things over here. They're really fun. The different fish, I've already mounted them. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna stamp the background using Dapper Denim ink on the Dapper Denim cardstock. And you know, this actually happened by accident. I stamped it and thought, wow, I love how it works and how it pops off the card. So I'm just gonna sort of randomly stamp my fish. And I have to tell you, there's no card that turns out alike just because I'm sort of randomly stamping them. Now, one thing that I did find when I was doing this is some of the fish are swimming this way and some of the fish are swimming that way. And I liked the different motion. So make sure that you definitely use the fish that are going in different directions because it really does make a really super cool movement type of look on your card. So here's the other fish. He's cute too. So we're going to add him on there, you know, and you also want to make sure you save room so you don't stamp one of your fish too many times that you don't have room for the other, because I made that mistake too. And I thought, oh dear, you know, this guy was so cool that I didn't leave any room for the other guy. So I'm gonna just stamp him on here one more time. Oh, super cute. All right, so that's pretty much it. Now, you know, I thought, well, this looks fun, but it's really not like, it's just not jumping out at me. So I went ahead and I've got the little bubbles, if you will, and I thought, well, that'll make it complete, some bubbles. So we're gonna stamp some bubbles in Dapper Denim on the Dapper Denim cardstock. And I'm just kind of working through my fish. And again, you know, every time I do this card, it has turned out different. So as far as where your bubbles go, you know, I just thought it looked great, just sort of filling in all of the kind of the space. And now you don't always have to fill in the space, of course. So don't always think that you have to do that. But on this card, I just thought it made it look more like they were swimming and there was movement on the card. So I thought it was cute. All right, so there we have it. There is the base of our card. Pretty cool, right? So now I do have an inside here. So while I have the base, let's just go ahead and let's glue our inside down. So I have some Tombow glue here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just glue that right to the inside of my card. Perfect, because you know, if you were to write on the inside on the Dapper Denim, you probably wouldn't see it very well. So I always finish the inside of my cards with a piece of Whisper White cardstock. So here we have Calypso Coral, Mint Macaroon, and some Whisper White. Now I'm gonna take the little seaweed, and I have the Mint Macaroon stamp pad. I'm going to stamp it right here to the left. So perfect. Now I'm also going to stamp some extras here because we're going to do some fussy cutting. Now I actually love to fussy cut, but Stampin' Up, if you look inside of the catalog, there are so many amazing framelits this year, like unbelievable, the framelits. Okay, so while I'm thinking of them, I'm just going to open up the catalog here and show you. Now there's not a framelit for the Seaside Shore stamp set, but I have to tell you there is framelits for like so many other things, and they are amazing. So it starts on page, let's see, well 191 starts the thinlits and the framelits, and you've got some different 3D projects that you can make. But then page 192 and 193, oh my gosh, I am just in love with all of the different framelits and the ways that you can cut some of these objects and things out. So this stamp set, you have to fussy cut, but it's not too bad. But some of the others are awesome. So I'm excited. I'm gonna use the umbrella stamp set in here, Weatherly, next. So watch for that video. So here we go. I love this little angel fish. Reminds me of my grandfather. He had a fish tank and he loved those guys. So I'm gonna stamp that on scrap paper in Dapper Denim. I have a seashell here. I'm gonna stamp my seashell on my scrap paper in Calypso Coral. And then, you know, this stamp set has a couple fun sayings. One of them is hoping your day goes swimmingly, which I thought it was adorable. But I also really liked the ahoy here, ahoy there. I just thought it was cute. So I kept thinking like, ahoy there, mates, you know, hello. So I thought I would just go with that one for today. Not to mention the card is kind of, it's kind of a dainty sort of card on the front. It's not a big space, so. Now what I'm doing now is I'm just, honestly, I'm gonna fussy cut these out. I know, but it's not that bad. I promise you, it's really not. And I'm gonna just do this really quick. And if you watch me cut these out, you'll see that I move around my fish and I leave a little bit of a white space on the outside. And I do that because I'm mounting it on white. Therefore, if I leave a little white edge, you'll never see it. It blends right in. And then you don't have to worry about cutting into your object. All right, so my fish is done. Let's do ahoy there. This is a fun little banner. You'll notice in the catalog there's a lot of really great banner sets. And of course the punch is fantastic. So there's lots of different things that you can do with those and different sentiments that you can add. So it's pretty darn cool. All right, so this is almost finished. I'm gonna kind of round here, finished out. Perfect. Now let's cut out our seashell. You know, I sometimes want to keep putting more and more on my card, but on this one I decided, you know, I think the little seashell, this pop of color, is the perfect addition to kind of add a little bit of an embellishment, and then I was going to be done. So it's easy to kind of keep going and going, but I decided, okay, I'm just gonna stop at the one sea fish because there's starfish in here too, so you could add a starfish. So now I'm cutting out the seaweed. And do you have to do this? Absolutely not. If you stamp it on your Whisper white cardstock, you have it already. But I liked it kind of coming alive. I wanted it to look like it was moving, it was coming alive, and so I decided I was gonna cut one of these out. And again, just like the fish, leave a white space around your seaweed, and you'll notice there's this one little piece in here. I didn't even try to cut that out. Heck no, we'll find something to go on top of it, or it's white, so you'll never see it anyway. So just don't worry about that type of stuff. Okay, so that's it. So let's go ahead and put this together. We're gonna glue our mint macaroon right on top of our Calypso Coral. Gosh, those colors are pretty together. Now we're gonna add our Whisper White. This is for our image that we're adding. And we're gonna glue that right there in the center. Perfect. Okay, so now you're gonna wanna have a few mini glue dots available. You can absolutely use glue, but I really like using mini glue dots for this type of thing, just because then I can find my placement really well and it's pretty easy. So I'm gonna put probably two, one up here behind this leaf, this big kind of fat leaf, and then right here at the base. And you know what, I didn't want to place it on top where it completely covered the one that I stamped, but so I just brought it down just a little bit and kind of just a little bit off center of the one that I stamped, just because I wanted you to be able to see the shadow of the one behind it, because it kind of shows, that movement, which I liked. All right, so let's pick up Ahoy there, and I'm gonna put 2 mini glue dots, one on each side of my banner. Now this, I kind of liked it tucked under that leaf and then in the little notch of the one next to it. I just thought it kind of, again, looked like it belonged in the seaweed and it was moving and that sort of thing. And I have my little seashell. I thought it was a great little accent there to the right. And now we have to pop up our fish. So let's do that. Let's pop up our fish with a Stampin' Dimensional. And I kind of liked him sort of coming off of the side of the card. So there it is. That is our image and our center part of the card all put together. So we're adding some Stampin' Dimensionals here to the back. And then we're going to add it to our card for our final look. I always get excited when I finally add it to the card. Okay, there we go. So basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna center this right here in the center of my card. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. See that? Really, really fun, very, very easy, and really just, it's just a lovely card, I think, that you could give to just about anybody. And of course you can change up the sentiment and so forth, but I kind of liked it as a, hey, hello, I'm thinking about you. So that's what I liked it for. Now again, you could open it up here on the inside and you could add some more seaweed. I've got an extra one cut here. You could add another seaweed and you could add one of the other fish. Would really finish it off. You certainly don't have to, but it would be pretty cool to do that. Now I do have 2 other samples here. I'm a part of a team where we do different challenges and things. And so the challenge was actually to use these colors with Very Vanilla. Well, I'm more of a Whisper White fan, but here's a Very Vanilla, and I thought it turned out swimmingly, right? Hoping your day goes swimmingly. Thought it turned out pretty cute. It's got some of the starfish in there, and you can see I used the shells here as the accent in the back and some of the other pieces of the stamp set. Here's one that I thought was also super fun. This one I took the seaweed and I actually cut it out. I stamped it on mint macaroon and then I cut it out. Cut out the anchor, and then of course I added the fish and your shellfish and so forth. So that one turned out cute as well. So there's 3 different examples of the Seaside Shore stamp set. And of course, you can also find it in your Stampin' Up! Catalog. Now, I do want to mention, some of you might see that I have it bound. If you go to Staples, I highly recommend this. If you go to Staples, it's like $5. And if you go into the printing area and you ask them to bind your catalog, they will do that for you. It is absolutely fantastic. And the reason that I love it is just, as you can see here, I can find the stamps that I'm looking at, flip it over, and set it here right next to me and use it for a visual or for an aid in my crafting. So I highly recommend that. So when I send you the catalog, it will be flat, but you can certainly go to Staples and bind your catalog. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed today's project, and I hope that you give it a try. I hope you have a fantastic summer, and thanks for stopping by, and have a blessed day.